Neidhart. Now, on to more sad news. Sorry about that. I just hit Angela's hand there. Sorry about that.
Still love you.
Okay, so on more sad news, you guys, we hate to report this too. Rock and Roll Hall of Famer and the Queen of Soul, Aretha Franklin, reportedly is gravely ill and is surrounded by relatives as we speak. And a reporter and family friend wrote on the website for Aretha Franklin about this. And obviously, you know, Aretha Franklin's loved ones want you to keep Aretha in your thoughts at this time during this situation. And, well, we all hope, of course, that she survives. She's age 76, Aretha Franklin.
So sad.
You know, what a career she's had.
Oh, what an amazing woman.
My God. I mentioned wrestling earlier, and Aretha actually ties into this because I remember as a 10-year-old boy, Aretha blew me away because she did America the Beautiful before the big historic card in the Pontiac Silverdome with 93,173 people there, main evented by Hulk Hogan against Andre the Giant for the title. Aretha did America the Beautiful for that show. Full choir, chorus, you know, and tore it up. She killed it in front of 93,000 people and millions more watching on pay-per-view. And that was probably my earliest memory of Aretha Franklin.
What a fabulous woman.
No doubt. And obviously, she's had a distinguished career far, far beyond the Silverdome. Let me tell you that, you guys. She is the Queen of Soul. Unparalleled, her legacy for women in the industry.
She's so inspirational.
She really is. She really is. I think right about now we need to throw it back a little bit and have some Aretha Franklin sounds in this show. I think that's in order right now, you guys.
Let's do that.
1971, off the album Young, Gifted, and Black, Rock and Roll Hall of Famer, Queen of Soul, immortal icon Aretha Franklin. On Sterlingtology Live, this one's called Rock Steady. He's trending now.
Is he?
Yeah. Trending world. Yeah, there it is, yeah.
I can't believe I remembered all that. It's so crazy, the stuff that I remember about wrestling when I come in here and talk to you. I just remember my older sister was into it when I was a kid. We used to watch it after Saturday Night Live.
Saturday night's main event is to replace SNL on off nights.
Yeah.
6 times a year.
Sure. You would. That's where you come in.
It was 6 times a year. Dick Ebersol of NBC, when Miss McMahon did that whole thing. God. But yeah, Aretha did that event in the Silverdome.
That's cool.
Where Hulk slammed Andre.
That I don't remember.
Okay, well, Aretha did the opening ceremonies for that
That's
show.
so cool.
Yes.
God, listen to her. Queen of Soul for a reason. You can hear that coming straight from her gut.
That's right. Listen to that, guys. This is a legend at work right here. She's 76 years old, and hopefully she'll keep on going.
That would be lovely.
Oh, there's the photo.
Yes! Aretha and the Hulk.
I love that picture. I remember that Ed had a magazine that had a picture in it.
That's awesome.
So that's from the event that she did. And this is from the event also. This is the crowd behind her. 93,000 people at that thing. An indoor tennis record.
10 things you probably never knew about WrestleMania.
3.
Aretha
Yes.
Franklin.
Yeah, she did it.
Oh,
And again, obviously she had a far more distinguished career beyond the Silverdome. I mean, where do you begin with Aretha Franklin? My God, where do you start?
Queen of Soul.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, I can't stop.
And I will admit right now, I'm in the minority on this one. Okay? Vast minority, but look, I like Freeway of Love. Her 80s hit.
Such a good
Look,
song.
I fucking like Freeway of Love. Sue me, okay? I like Freeway of Love. Most Aretha fans don't like that song. Oh, it's too commercial. It's not true to
Pop
her.
one out every once in a while.
It ain't true to her usual stuff. Like, we gotta expand sometime.
That's the sad part too, though, is people say stuff like that, and they have no idea where that came from in her artistic soul.
Exactly.
Based on the fact maybe she was just catchy that damn day. When
Yeah.
she wrote that, she could have just been having a catchy moment. And you know what? It caught on.
That's right. Thank you, Pete. Well, don't thank me. Thank Aretha. She wrote it, not me. But yes. Oh, Freeway of Love. You mean? You mean Freeway of Love, Pete, or this one, Rocksteady? Look, I could have done the easy thing and played Respect the Chain of Fools or one of those, but everyone plays that shit. Everyone plays those songs.
Well, not here on Boston Freight Radio.
Natural Woman, you know, Chain of Fools.
Oh my God. The song Natural Woman, you will never understand how that actually makes a woman feel.
Oh, I get it.
Listen to that song.
Oh, I get it. Just play it out. I get it. Everybody who plays that one.
Listening to that song as a female is just so powerful. It's so powerful. It's awesome. That's why she's just such an amazing soul.
Yeah! She'll keep on going, guys. She ain't done yet.
Yo, this is Handsome Big Man Sober listening to Boston Free Radio.
And now, African Boy. It's called Butterfly.
See, now who wants the fall weather when you have music like this? I want to be on the beach with a cocktail.
Or just Liberty Hotel in the lobby. in the bar area. Get a DJ going and you're
somewhere. I'm in my bikini.
good. Well, that doesn't suck. Well, that doesn't. Hey, look, guys, I keep it 100, okay? She rocks it good, okay?
Be on the beach.
Look, I can apologize for that. I can apologize.
Unreal.
Okay, I'll start with that. I'll do the Drew Hill one first.
So funny.
We gotta lighten the mood up a little bit now. All that sad news I just had
Right?
before.
Take it back up.
Lighten the news up now, yeah. Lighten up the mood, I mean. I can't go for that.
So cute.
I had a magazine with that picture in it, so I remember that thing like yesterday. All right.
Who is this?
African Boy with a K. He's a refugee from Nigeria,
Really?
to South London. I have now for 10 years.
Very cool. I really dig this song. Oh, I want to be somewhere in the sun. Little like coconut beverage in my hand. Tasty.
We got bumper.
Yeah.
Did you think you would hear the name Drew Hill in a 2018 news item? Well, I didn't either, but wait till you hear why.
1 in 6 seniors faces the threat of hunger, and millions more live in isolation. Drop off a hot meal and say a quick hello.
All right.
Volunteer for Meals on Wheels by donating your lunch break at americaletsdolunch.org. This message brought to you by Meals on Wheels America and the Ad Council.
I was at Office Depot on Saturday and I donated the school supply. They had those like little school supply bags.
Yeah.
And I bought one. I was like, why wouldn't I? It's $3.
Nice.
Some kid's gonna have crayons and a notebook now.
It's red.
Right? I was like,
That is red, Angela.
thanks. I'm a big advocate for donating stuff. Like I have a bunch of stuff I'm taking to Rosie's place when I get my car back. But I just, with the amount of crap I realize I buy, it's not crap to someone else. It's not.
Your daughter just had her first.
It's not. Like, they take even magazines, like my old Vogue. They'll take those.
You collect Vogue magazine?
I do.
Really?
Yeah.
What's your rarest issue?
B.
What's your most collectible issue?
Oh, sweetie, this is gonna happen.
I think it's one from the early 90s that actually has
Okay.
Christy Turlington on the cover.
Interesting.
Yeah.
What's it about?
Oh, I don't remember.
Oh, okay.
It's a long time ago. I don't know.
It's now a good
I
time.
can't remember.
So now we know that Angela Carnaccio's hobby is collecting Vogue magazine.
I love
I know a
it.
great place to meet.
Jennifer's watching.
Jennifer, I can't see that part.
Dimitri.
Oh, hello, love.
How about some ice cream?
As a parent, there are no perfect answers. But you don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you
Is there a
just the
perfect
same.
parent?
For more information on how you can adopt, visit
A perfect pet
adoptuskids.org. A public service
That count?
announcement from the
Sure.
U.S. Department of Health and Human
Sure.
Services. Adopt U.S.
Every Monday night, tune into the Misery Cities from 8 to 9 for 40 years of lost, psychedelic, krautrock, new wave, post-punk, indie, shoegaze. Found again and heard only on Boston Free Radio.
Boston Free Radio.
Okay, so obviously it's been a long time since you've heard
Awesome.
anything from Drew Hill. Okay, they're a group from way back when, and many fans were excited when news broke that the group would be reuniting. Okay, well, that's cool. Now, you all know, people will analyze everything these days. Okay, so it didn't take long for people to spot the photoshopped Nikes on one of the members' feet on the far right of the announcement photo. Now, I don't know who looked over the photos before they were released, you guys, but let's just say the shoes stole the show, and we're looking at it right now. If you Google Drew Hill sneakers,
So bad.
good God almighty.
It's clearly photoshopped.
Now, I don't understand the need to Photoshop them. I mean, when people are going to obviously pick right up. It's like when Ludacris a while back had somebody digitally add abs
I did not know this. This
to him
is
in a
fun.
music video. And then when Bow Wow, I believe it was Bow Wow, who recently Instagrammed himself from quote-unquote his private
So sad.
jet, only to be outed by a passenger on his commercial flight. Okay?
I can't.
And then he said, I'm going to quit rap and go work for GameStop. Well, you do that, buddy.
Poor guy.
But, yeah, poor guy.
I feel bad.
But, yeah, Drew Hill, I think their reunion's been spoiled. Safe to say, Angela.
I don't necessarily understand it based on why Photoshop the shoes, and it looks so bad. Like his knee would have popped out of place the way those shoes are like
People are
presented.
idiots. People are idiots,
Really?
Angela.
Shoes?
That's what it comes down to. People are idiots. Hate to say it, but, obviously the person that did that Photoshop job believes in left-handers' day because these are their left hands that are their right to do the job, apparently. So, check
What's
it out.
that about?
In more news, now, Sinead Claremont might have had to say bye-bye to her twin sister, Shannon Claremont, recently. Sinead Claremont talking about right now, because Sinead was just inducted by a grand jury. Okay, check it out. I say inducted to be friendly, but in reality she was indicted by a grand jury on felony fraud charges. Now, as most of you guys know, she got arrested last month for allegedly using a dead man's credit card information and running it up to $20,000. People
Wow.
have no conscience these days. So the three charges include wire fraud, access device fraud, and identity theft. She was already charged earlier this year, but had to be indicted by a grand jury for the case to head to trial. Okay? Quoting here. If convicted, Sinead faces up to 20 years for wire fraud, a 15-year maximum sentence for access device fraud, and 2 to 7 years for aggravated identity theft. Depending on the judge, she could spend 42 years in prison if the sentences don't run concurrently. She'll also have to forfeit anything she allegedly bought with the stolen debit card, and she'll also have to forfeit anything she allegedly bought with her stolen debit card, and pay back any additional money that was stolen.
Wow, that's intense.
That's a wrap.
It's intense.
Sinead Claremont, no shame. Using a deceased man's credit card.
Yeah.
Who's that desperate? And I mean, who does that?
Somebody that feels like they gotta look like that every day.
Goof. This is what I mean. People have no shame anymore. People just think they can do whatever they want because, I'm petty. I give no fucks, that kind of stuff. I do whatever I want, But then you face the consequences and you're crying like a baby about it, you know what I mean? So it's like, so to Sinead, for her idiocy and for her lack of good judgment, this is what I think of you. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Using a dead man's credit card. God damn. Up next, y'all, we're talking about Boston Fashion Week. The inside track courtesy of Angela Carnaccio of Belgico Media and Scene&Style. But right now, out of Vegas, fans of Jimmy Century on Sterling Telegy Live.